Hello people, it's that time. It's that time again, indeed. Welcome along everyone to my live YouTube stream. My name is Danny C, and let's get down to business for round 2 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup. And I hope everyone is all well, and hopefully you can all hear me loud and clear. So let's get straight to it then. So for today's menu, I'm going to be providing you my POV of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup race. So this is what's going to be happening. What's going to happen is there's going to be 3 minutes of qualifying. So you only get that. You could only get that one lap in, which it's going to be pretty tight there to get the one lap in. With 16 drivers on the grid, so there's going to be 13 laps of the sprint race. No minimum pit stops are required, and you have the tyre and fuel consumption rate set to -1. And we're all going to be on the hard compound tyres. So basically, it's just a straightforward 13 lap sprint race with no pit stops, unless like if you get to damage them or something, then obviously that's the last thing you're going to need in the quality of the race. So it's best to keep your nose clean. So getting that. See what let's do. So we've got this driver on the top of the timesheet with a 131.1 in a Ferrari. So really a second off the Saudi Arabian driver. So got 280 people with a 131 in a variety of cars, predominantly a lot of them in the Porsche. And there's myself in the top 400 with the best lap time possible. So what I have done in order to get a good lap of a 132.1 is to fiddle around with the brake balance. So for example, I'm headed up to the start finish line. And I set the brake balance to 3 to the front. So this is just a warm-up. To try and get as close to my personal best as possible. Excuse me. straight in there with a 32. A tenth up on my personal best of it as of today, just getting a little faster and faster, with just over 5 minutes to go. Bit of oversteer there. I was a tenth up on the first sector and then lost out like about on the rest of the lap. So all to play for coming into the whatever lobby I get put in, which I'm looking forward to the task in hand. So to fiddle with the brake balancer with 3 to the front and then 2 to the rear in certain parts of the track certainly did the trick for me, which got me a decent lap. And some people prefer to use it, and some people prefer to fiddle the brake balance around. Some people don't. So it's just like well, how you adapt to like the rotation with the car. Plenty of speed through the center S's. got a bit tail happy there. And then we just pull over to the one side and chill for a bit until I get spawned in the middle of the track. Calm before the storm. Not even know what to expect. Any familiar faces I may come across, maybe not. So I'm just treating each round a bit as it comes, and then depending how many points I get, as I feel like I got 250 points for finishing 50 in the lobby. I was in at the Nürburgring 24-hour layout early in the week. So this race could be interesting as to like who's got the mentality, you know, to deal with 13 laps like in the sprint on the hard compound tires. So I'm getting into a lobby. Okay, so we've got Mustafi in the lobby, and we've got a Dutch friend of mine who I race with in the exhibition series. So let's say hello to them. So 303 points is the race for the race win. So anywhere the top 8 is still good, which is where you'll get the increase of DR. Ideally, if I was to build up the points, 5th or better is where I want to be. So I don't know like what to expect from this race. So we'll just go out there, do the talking on the track, and that's the way to get on with business. With 3 minutes on the qualifying. So that's going to throw a spanner into the works for sure. Welcome along, hippie. Thanks very much, brother. I hope you're well out there. I hope all is well from your end too. And I'm just looking forward to the second round of what's to come. So obviously there's literally less than 3 minutes of quali, which is going to be hectic, and obviously you just need to like get into the groove, and if you get that one lap messed up, then obviously you're going to end up in a difficult situation. So but where there's a will, there's a way, as they say. Let these people by. Go, go, go. So the German's going to be, who I believe is behind me. Yep. Yep. So literally just getting into the groove with which such things. So what you're going to think also is that this is a quali, not a race. But it depends how much you place your bets, isn't it? Get the brake balance 3 to the front. So the German knows what they're doing. just allowing themselves some space. One shot qualifying underway. Nice and smooth through the center S's. So the lap times are coming through, and I'm one of the last of the lot to get a lap in, see what time I get. Sixth place, so it's looking like a tough lobby, and so we've got the Dutch friend from in the BMW qualified second, so must have got a tow or something, and I didn't even mess around with the you know, having to be sure that to get the tyres into working temperature, and that of course well, having to fit around with the brake balance in the middle of the lap, it certainly did the trick for sure. So anywhere in the top 5 would do me nicely. Race trim wise, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. So before we get going, in 40 seconds time, I'm just going to put the message out, say have a good race, good luck, let's have a clean race. Yeah, so Mustafi looked like he had a bad qualifying too, but all to play for sure. But obviously it's going to be a difficult track track to go and pass people unless you yeah. If only so if I have the space around me, then I'm just going to have to weave a lot to get the tire temperature in. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck, everyone. Round 2 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup is about to get underway at Autodromo de Interlagos. You can hear the Porsche engine revving, and that's me revving the car just to burn the fuel down quicker, so then it'll allow me to go and have a faster race car also. So I've got the Dutch driver on the front row in the M6. And there's me revving the car. Thanks very much, Hippie. There's one in the Supra. Here we go. Rolling start is underway. Anywhere in the top 8 is still good with the DR. With the DR increase. 5th or better in order to rack up the points, so it would do me nicely. But we've got a job to do first. We're underway at Interlagos. Nearly lost it somehow and then already conceded one place, but it's not the end of the world. Outbraked himself. I got the place back. So I've got the Ford GT driver behind me as well, in the AT model. An interesting battle for second place is unfolding. Had to weave just to get a bit more tyre temperature on those hard tyres. So we survived the first lap, so getting into the phrase, which is another thing also. And I've got 5th place in my sight. Target quad for 5th place. Good drive through the centre assist once more. And this is where I seem to be like making up a bit more time than the car in front. Oh, somebody's lost it. Oh, it's the Dutch driver who lost it. Unlucky, buddy. Good drive out of the last corner. Up on the hill. So in P5 for now, but the question is, can we get one place better than my target? He's gone defensive, gone defensive. All over the shop. He's struggling, he's struggling. Piling the Danny C pressure on the Porsche driver. He's touching the grass just a touch. Oh, crap. I've got bumper damage. I've got rear bumper damage. Stay within the Porsche driver somehow while nursing the rear bumper damage, so it's not doing me any harm, I'll have to admit. So he's pulling away just a touch, like it seemed as though that the rear bumper damage is not doing me any favours as much. So I've got the Ford GT driver like piling the pressure on me. So we're halfway through the 13 lap sprint race, and which in that case I'm gonna have to channel my inner Ayrton Senna when he was nursing the gearbox issue, and this time round I'm gonna have to manage with the rear bumper damage to get to a certain position to where I want to be. Oh crap. It threw me offline just a touch of having got hit just a little bit, but we keep going. The Porsche drivers are drifting away while in fourth. And I just need to hold on to fifth place, which is, as I said before, to where I want to finish in order to rack up the points tally. So the top four are very much spread out. The Ford GT drivers are much closer than ever to try and take fifth place off me. It's got that straight line speed, the Ford GT. Yeah. They don't mess about, the Ford GT. Not even the mid 2000s Ford GT also. Yeah, I think realistically, if I could hold on to the top 8, then I could still gain the DR, regardless. There's quite a big gap between 8th and 9th, so I suppose that it can't be that bad with a few laps to go. So the Italian will be looking to make a move for 6th place, while I'm carrying rear bumper damage. That is about as wide as I dare. And we've got the AMG all over me as well. Ah, that's throwing me off just a touch. Might get the cutback. So this is the last place for to gain the DR, and I got Muscafi in behind me as well in the Mercedes, and I'm going to manage with 2 laps to go. So it's going to be close. Last lap to hold off the final points pay position for the DR. And breathe. And breathe. We got there in the end. Not the result we wanted, but the DR gain is what really matters the most. But it is what it is. So GG's everyone. Oh. We got there in the end. We got there. But other than that, what really matters is that the DR is getting just a touch. So 214 points. So yeah, that's it's better than no, for sure. So all we've got left in the chat. There's still a lot of people also. Fair play, Mustafi. So it was close, but I just had to channel my internet to center like with the mechanical issue. Well, obviously bumper damage also. That you know, it is what it is. Like I said, save the replay also. So let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, definitely hippie. So so this was this happened in lap 4 when this happened. So I was battling with the Swedish driver in the Porsche. It looked like it to be going for a good position also. So I was braking at somewhere at lifted just before the 100-meter board, then braked, and then got a bit of rear bumper damage. So the Spaniard got lucky to not get front bumper damage as well. So I was the one that was suffering the most. Because if you look closely to me inputs on the throttle, brake and steering, I lifted just before just to get me set for the corner ahead, and then rear bumper damage. And that 4 GT obviously is pretty quick on the straight line, as I've noticed also. So the Spaniard misjudged a bit the braking, and didn't realise I was about to lift into it. But it's a bit like, that how could I describe this? It's one of them races where obviously you just to do your best to keep your nose clean. But so regardless, it was a close one for sure. So let's have a look at the last lap battle with Moscafi. So with a lap to go, I was at that point a second ahead of Moscafi. So it's looking like a pretty close race also, and obviously from a driver's perspective, that you just don't really know like what is up with the car in front, whether they've got damage or they're just not quick in general. So obviously that you know, it was close to be sure that that you want to be prepared for the unexpected. And so just a little wide there also from Moscafi. And that was getting a good exit out of the next complexion of corners also. So having done all I could, you know, to keep my lines tidy with the composure, with the last remaining laps, and with some YouTubers as well as some other real racers, and just doing their bit to, you know, to just to keep like going, keep pushing, and so that's like that's something that typically don't even know for sure. And it was that moment where I thought, just bring it on. You got the job done. Whilst you may be being like challenging like for fourth place at one point, and then all of a sudden that real bumper damage is what's really cost you also. So I don't know whether to go or not. But so the next slot, if I wish to have another go, is a 5 o'clock slot. But if not, then obviously you could just enjoy myself, chill out, Tiger, for the rest of the day, whilst it's nice and warm in the UK. So, what are we saying? Is it worth risking like going again, or is it not worth it? Having gained the DR, and obviously you finished in one of the last of the remaining places to get in the DR, which predominantly you want to keep that consistency going also, regardless of what goes on. And it was a tough lobby for sure. And then yeah, fourth place was definitely there. Maybe a podium, but obviously that having made most of the Dutchman's mistake, then obviously where he lost it out of the left-hander on the slow corner in sector 2. So that's one of those things, isn't it? So see what I get with a 4-star roulette ticket. Ah, 10k. So there we have it. So next time I'll be live. Obviously that next time we'll be live is TJ's Formula One World Championship for round 2 at the Eiffel Grand Prix, the German Grand Prix as they call it. Well, obviously it was at one point we'll call the European Grand Prix, then the German Grand Prix, and obviously as of 2020 they call it the Eiffel Grand Prix because you have the Eiffel Mountains that are part of the world. And so looking forward to what's to come for sure. Other than that, I'm up for whatever it takes, just to just to keep plugging away and keep pushing. And when I last did the Formula One World Championship race at Circuit de Catalunya, having crossed the line third on the road, and then obviously I saw the championship table, and then I found myself with 18 points, which obviously declared me second place after an early withdrawal or two. But other than that, regardless, it was just a start of what's to come. So obviously, it's going to be a tough driver to go try and catch up and beat him in a totally different super Formula car that is the SF90 that he's using. And then you have me in Super Formula SF23 also represented two separate teams where you have Yep and TJ represented Rob Munster, Williams, Renault, and then there's myself and Shadow GT in the Vodafone, McLaren, Mercedes also. So it could well rain the Nürburgring with 60 lap cycle on board. So it's going to be a long one for sure. And also for Monday as well, I'll be streaming from my perspective for Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship. And other than that, I'm up for challenging myself as to how the final two meetings of Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship unfolds with the fact that I have to prioritise over the to miss a couple of meetings, having to prioritise over the Lamborghini GT3 series. And yeah, the Lamborghini GT3 series obviously started up pole position at St. Croix and then finished second after delivery. What was a comeback, having been knocked off by somebody in the first lap, then got put into the barriers, which left me two parts of the damages, two parts of the car being damaged. So I had to come into the pits, change tyres, fill the car up, and change and repair the damages that had been done. And of course, at that point, I came out in 12th place, and having got the strategy together to make the mediums tyres last, as well as So that, of course, is something that will give me the ability, just to just keep driving for the. Not just for the race, but for the championship also. Although that there's 3 rounds of the Lamborghini GT3 series that's officially ran by CC Sim. That, of course, is something that'll give me for sure the ability, to just to go for the ultimate prize. Peace and blessings to you, Iris, to get all, my brother. Welcome along, and I hope you're well out there. I hope all is well from your end too. If you're just like tuning in, done the first lot as well. Having started 6th on the road, was getting to what was the 5th place, having made most of the Dutchman's mistake when he spun on his own, which promoted me at one place. Then I was fighting for 4th at that point until I got rear bumper damage from somebody, which obviously I was dropping like flies from lap 4 onwards. But so I made most out of a difficult situation as I finished 8th on the road, having to hold off Muscafi somehow with rear bumper damage, so having to channel my inner Ayrton Senna at that point where you're in Interlagos, you've got what it takes to deliver a solid result. And it was that time when he was nursing the gearbox issue with laps to go, and then finally getting his first race win at home at last, and where you had me in the other hand having to hold off to a higher position the best I could in order to have the increase of the DR with rear bumper damage. And yeah, so it was a good battle, regardless, with myself and with other people that were racing with. And having looked at the replay, also that the Ford GT driver who rear-ended me, no problem, hippie. Thank you for tuning in, and catch you next time, and all the best to you as well. And I shall see you next time out. So thanks for stopping by and appreciating the entertainment I provided you. So, but yeah, obviously 8th place or better, regardless of where you finish, is good enough. To have the increase of the DR, also having to manage with the rear bumper damage for most of the race, and then it is what it is. And so I was looking about to do another slot at 5 o'clock, but I think it'll be fine, for sure. Then after the Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship on the Monday, I'll be doing the what you call it I'll be doing the open lobby racing on Tuesday. Not sure what category it may be, and then there's also the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup race also at Deep Forest, I think it is Deep Forest. So this is the only fancy track of the calendar. So yeah, that's it. So if you're liking the content, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. And on that note, I'm gonna have to cut short. So I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the day, having gained some DR with a 8th place and having beaten a fellow YouTuber racer as well. For those of who are just tuning in, go and check out Mustafi as he races in the full sim setup along with the VR2. So it's that of course the VR2 is yet till I can get one of them, and so which will fit in nicely. Once I get the wheel out, then obviously I just make most of it. So thank you all for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe as well, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Take care, peace, thank you, and bye bye, and ciao.